Alright, it's been a while. We've had other stuff to do, and we're going to work on this little NR6 again. It's pretty much ready to go almost. All I have to do is really just hone this and lap the valves, and then it should be good to go. But before we do that, let me get this out of your way. Before we do that, it didn't have a gas tank. And here's the housing. The housing's all painted up, ready to go too. And the gas tank, it takes a round gas tank. I'll try and hold this so you guys can see it. And it sits up here in this cradle. And you can find them gas tanks, but usually they're rotted away and you know, they're all dented up and stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is gonna try and make us a gas tank here. And it should be a fun little project and something you guys could apply to your projects. What I'm going to take is, I got one of these little shorty propane bottles, you know, that the campers use and stuff like that. And I think it has like a false bottom on here, a faux bottom. So I think if you rip the bottom off there, you may get symmetrical round ends on there. But if you look here, you know, that fits in that cradle perfect. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I don't know. I'm having a tough time turning it here. But anyway, it fits in there perfect. And it's just about the same, it's just about the right size, you know what I mean? It'll fit on there and it'll look good. So what we plan on doing is I always keep these in stock. These are actual you buy these, they're fuel caps. I got a couple different sizes here. But they come with the threads. These are the threads, and here's the cap. And this is actually the same size as the one that most Briggs had back in the day. But on this one, it may look a little big. I mean, it looks a little awkward. I mean, it would work, you know, because here you go. Here's an actual Briggs gas tank from back in the day, and you know, they actually used a big one like that. And like I say, these here, you buy these. These only cost $1. But that lid, that's the same lid. You'd have to put a little hole in there for a vent, but that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, I think that's gonna be even though this, you know, this tank ain't much bigger than this one here. I think I want to go with the smaller tank. It'll look a little more proportioned. Can you see that? Oops. Ha! It's okay. Don't get up. Don't get up. We got another one right here. Yeah, we think that one will look a little more proportioned. But anyway, if you guys want to do your own tank and you can't find these, you know, you can find them on the internet. You know, like I say, they're $1 a piece. I pick them up at the shows, so you don't have to pay $7 shipping. But if you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or anybody, you see, actually I got this from a dollar store, and this actually has the same lid. So for $1, you could use the sterno or throw it away. But then when you're done, you could just cut that lid off. And like I say, this lid fits right on the thing. So there you go. For $1, you can get your gas lid. But let me put this on here before we waste too much of your time with that. Here's the plan. Like I say, we're gonna cut a hole in this. Gonna rip the bottom off, see if it's symmetrical. Then we're gonna cut this off. Make sure these are empty. You know, you have a Schrader valve on here. You can take that out and let it bleed. Or what I do is I just put a flamethrower on top here and leave it open. And then we'll probably have to put a little semi-curve in there to make that fit. And then we'll get a hole saw that's just about the same size and bore a hole in there. And then you're going to have a way for the fuel to get out of here, right? We got to wait for the fuel to get in. Now we got to find a way for the fuel to get out. I was going to take this. It's an 1/8 inch nipple. You know, and one end is damaged, so I was gonna cut it and then just drill a hole and put it in there and solder it in. But then I figured maybe I'll just put the female end in there. That way you could put whatever you want on there, you know, a compression fitting or a nipple coming out to go to a rubber hose. You know, it's common to have the female. Here's a little gas tank. I picked that up at a show. It's nice. The thing was heavy. You know, I'm thinking, geez, that thing's really heavy. But then it's got this big, almost quarter-inch bracket on there. But anyway, I bought it because it was cheap and it was nice. At least that's what it said on there. But anyway, I digress. But here, this here is a 1/8" nipple, common on most gas tanks, and that has a female connector in there. So that's what I think we're going to go with. I got this 1/8" brass coupler here, and I'm going to cut it in half, and then we'll solder it to the bottom and then drill it afterwards. So that's the plan. So let's start doing some work, huh? Alright, and I got you screwed down in a vise here. Let's see. Like I said, I think I got most of the propane out of there, and I'm not gonna saw this so fast to create any spark. So let's see how easy this is. Yeah, looks like it's cutting pretty good. Alright, let me cut that a little bit and we'll turn you back on when we get done. Okay. Yeah, I cut most of the way through and then I rotated a little bit, so I didn't cut into the bottle itself. So let's see, I should be able to snap it off here. Maybe not. Huh. I think maybe we'll do a little more cutting. Alright. Yeah, you can definitely tell when you cut into the bottle because you smell whatever's left. There we go, that's a little better. Alright. Huh. Not what I expected, but that'll make it easier. See how tiny that is? That'll make it easier for us when we solder that up. Now I'm going to take a Schrader valve out and maybe I'll put a little plug in there or something. That way we can solder that up too. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm going to try and rip this off. I don't know how successful we'll be, but we'll give it a try. Alright, yeah, this here is very thin, very soft. See, I can move like that, so it's easy. Actually, all I did was took a screwdriver, stuck it in one of the holes, pried it up so I can get a pair of side cutters in there. So and it actually looks pretty good in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to peel this back like a can opener. I'm trying to cut myself too bad, and get this off. I thought it would be spot weld on the bottom, but it's not. It's just around here, so I might be able to peel this all off. Try not to dent this can up too much. There we go. Got right to the edge here. But anyway, there you go. Get a good set of pliers on here. Good set of dikes. Good set of Lyman pliers. Alright. See, it cuts pretty easy there. Alright, I'm going to work on this. You know, it probably would have worked if I just took a grinder and hit the edge there. It probably would have popped right off, but we'll try that some other time. Right now I'm going to continue ripping this off and then we'll get back to you. Alright, it only took a few minutes. Be careful and cut yourself on them sharp edges there. But got 99.9% of it off. And then even in some spots here, You know, it wasn't really welded that well. And right here. But I'm gonna hit the grinder and just whatever's left, I'm gonna get off there. And back here, I guess I'll grind all this. I didn't think I was gonna have to do much body work, but this Schrader valve here it sort of has a nipple on it, and it sort of stands a little proud. So I'm gonna have to hit that in with the magic hammer. Meanwhile, I guess I could take some of these Schrader valves out. There we go. Probably use that for a tire now or something. That's still in good shape. So we'll save that. Get tangled up here. That one don't seem to be going in all the way. Looks like my tool here is long enough, but it narrows down in the bottom, and then this can't go all the way in. There's another one. Try that. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get that one out. So I think I might just just shove a piece of brass in there, and you know, it ain't gonna do any harm. You know, if it does ever rot out or fall down, I'll just fall into the tank. Oh well. All right, I'm gonna grind this off. And then we'll blow a hole in it. All right, I'll go away. All right, yeah, I've been grinding some of this off here. And that's actually the hardest part of the job so far. It's crazy. I thought that would come right off, but I'm actually having to grind that whole tab off. Make sure you got your earphones on here and your safety glasses. Let's see what we got here. You see that? I'm going to continue on. There's no sense in you guys watching me do that, right? You want to watch me do that, you just keep rewinding. Alright, yeah, it's coming out nice though. Yeah, that's something I didn't expect right there. I mean, that's solid all the way around. You know, that's a big piece of stock. I thought that was just going to be like a pipe or something. But, you see that? Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Alright, let me continue getting this off. Oh, look at that. You know, if there's somewhere for Road King you can cut, he'll find it. So let me get that off of there so no one else gets hurt. Alright. Yeah, I actually brought in a better grinder here. Actually, this one here's rated for, let's see, 25,000 RPM. This one here is only 20,000, but this one's actually a better grinder. And new disc and everything, so. We got that all off. Feels pretty good. Maybe I'll get a Scotch-Brite, put it on the end of there, and polish that up a little bit. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, okay. Alright, let's grind this out. Alright, what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting a little notch in the side there, so this here sort of sits flush on that round area. I'm using my little Dremel here with these little sanding drums on here. They come in handy. I use them for a lot. I think that's an 80 grit. I'll leave a link in the description there, because whenever I'm using something, somebody always says, where do you get this, where do you get that? I always try to leave a link for you guys so you find it. But what I did is I put this up here on the tank to see how it looked, and it looks good. And like I say, the filler is going to be there, but I don't have much room to put the fitting down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it as far off to the side here as I can. I don't know if you guys can see that. That way you could use that. Like I said, I'm going to cut that in half, so it's not going to be quite as long. But I got to put it as far over as I can. I already ground it down the bottom here. So actually, I could actually put it on the side so it sticks out the side like that, but I don't like the look of that. All right, let me get my earphones on here. Hearing protection. You need hearing protection. Let's see what we can do with this. Get this out of the way. We don't want to scratch out too much. A little bit at a time. Alright, we're pretty close. Pretty close to where we want to be. Just a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to play with that a little bit and get that so it fits damn near perfect. I got to widen it. Right now I got too much of a peak in there. I just got to widen it a little bit. Alright, we'll get back to you and show you what it looks like. Alright, yeah, I cut that and worked at it, and you know, cut and fit, cut and fit, cut and fit, and I don't know how well you guys could see that, but I'm pretty happy with that. This should solder up nice. I'm looking at it, you guys can't see it, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And while I was at it, I cut down that coupler, and that'll fit on there nice. I just use that so when I put it on the sander I had something to hold on to. But the only thing that's going on there is a little brass nut now. Alright, what I'm going to do now though is I got this pretty much cleaned up, but I got to get all this paint out of here so that we can solder that. Alright, I got my headphones on. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, let me finish cleaning that up. When you clean something up for solder, it's got to be clean. It don't have to be pretty clean, it's got to be clean. When you get done cleaning, you got to clean it more. So, I'm going to clean that a little more, and then I'll probably find some little piece of brass and plug both of them holes up. Okay. Yeah, it's all clean, perfectly clean in there. So I'm going to get the couple pieces of brass and plugged that up. But while I was grinding out, I also ground the edge around here and stuff like that, and inside there. Instead of, I hit it with sandpaper, I just hit it with a little grinder and stuff. Yeah. These are great to have, these little carbide tips. And everybody keeps asking me, where I get them, I'll try and find a link for them too for you. You guys are going to have all kinds of links. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to take a break and go get some dinner. And then I'll come back and we'll drill the holes. Drill a hole in the top here. Alright, I'll see you when I get back. Alright. Yeah, I would like to put the filler over here a little further to one end, but I got to put it there because you need room for these straps. So the strap will go over on this side of it. Alright, so we got here. That'll have to do. Yeah, the hole doesn't look very round, but we'll see. Alright. It's just what I was afraid of, them things don't, them wheels, whatever they call them cutoff wheels, whatever the hell they are. Hole saws, that's what it is, hole saws. I almost forgot what they call them. But anyway, them hole saws, they never really cut perfect, and this put more of an oval in there. But it sort of worked to my advantage because now instead of just fitting around it, that actually fits inside of it and it's going to hold itself while I solder it. And the gaps, the gap that it left wasn't hardly anything, so it actually benefited me by doing that. It's looking better already. I filed the inside and stuff, and I'm gonna while that's there, instead of plugging these up right now, I'm gonna put these in there and try and solder it up while everything is sitting right. All right. What we're doing is fluxing this up right now. I said flux. Alright, this is live. Let's see what happens. We start up the machine, start up our map gas here. There we go. We'll turn it down a little bit, we don't need all that. There we go. Alright, let me change hands. Change hands here. Alright. See right there, see a little hole. Alright. There we go. Back off. There we go. We filled it. Let me look it over. Actually looks pretty good. I'm going to let that set up. Let's set it for a couple seconds and then give it a good look at. Alright. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. You can actually look at it and see around the edges there where you wanted it to fill in and find out if it's all done. It looks pretty good. I'll clean all of these lumps up and stuff with a grinder, but yeah, Yeah, it came out nice there. We're happy with that. Alright, we got it plugged up there, so you might have a little bit of a glare because whoa. Okay, we're okay. Relax. I only had that sitting in there. I wasn't didn't want to put any pressure on it. Nobody was hurt. That's what matters. Nobody was hurt. Okay, make sure we don't have no brush hairs in there. Alright, let's give it a try. Start our machine up here. There's a little more juice, more power. Alright, that one looks good. Looks like I might have some air coming out of this other one here. Let that cool down, might have some problems over there. Alright, this one looks good though. Okay. Let me work on that. Okay. I think what happened over here is I might have had too much flux down in there and it was bubbling up. But after I burnt that off, it seems fine. So I'm going to grind these down and it should be good. I can tell it's plugged up, so no worries there. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna get body work anyway, so that's all pretty good right now. I know it's not gonna leak. All right, let's put the drain in. All right, let's try and put that little nut on here. We'll flux it up. I want it, like I said, I want to put it as close as possible to the end here. I got it marked up here where I want it. Plenty of flux. Okay, hopefully. Well, I got flux on the inside there. That'll, you know what that'll do? That'll wick up the solder. But you know, I was going to chase that anyway with a pipe thread when I get done. Hopefully the pressure won't blow this away. We'll see. There we go. Oh, I knocked it out of the way, but it's still good. I like it. Yeah, I touched it, but it didn't really move it too far. All right, and it looks like it's sealed all the way around, so that's good. Alrighty. Now I drill that hole, we'll be done. And like I said, I'm gonna chase them threads, so we'll be alright. Alright, we got this sitting on a V-block here. I folded the rag up here a little bit because that nut isn't exactly square, so it's on an angle. I'm gonna have to try and, you know, find its way without hitting the threads too bad. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Here we go. I didn't see any brass. Look at that. Perfect. Like I say, there is some solder on them threads, so I'm gonna chase that with a pipe thread. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all down there, but let's run my glasses on here so I can see what you guys see. Ooh, wow. Yeah, we're just gonna run a pipe thread down here. I think it's an 1/8 inch. You see it's grabbing in front threads with no problem. Alright, and it's only soft solder, so here you go. I'm not even going to go any further than that. Hey, you know what? You know what's holding it up? Probably there we go. Yeah, pipe thread you don't want to get too goofy on. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Beautiful. Perfect. Alright, so all we gotta do is put a tiny little hole in that cap there for a vent, and we're done. We got it. This here is just glue, but looks good to me. Alright, I got a little blob here and a little blob here. Actually, here it looks pretty good. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's beautiful. You don't have to do anything on that at all. Went around there nice. Alright, let me clean that up a little bit, and then maybe we'll call this finished. Alright, there you go. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, yeah, I'm real happy with that, boy. That turned out real nice. Okay, that'll fit on there. Don't forget to put a little pinhole in your cap there. Okay, and put that there. And then put that on there. We'll be good to go. Alright, I'm not going to paint it for you right now. I don't even know what color I'm going to paint it. Probably either silver or black. Maybe black. And I'll have red straps on there. And then put the emblem on one of the sides here. A gold BRIGGS emblem. Yep, that's the ticket. Alright, I hope you guys learned something. I know I did. So let's call this one done. Alright, enough of this.